Hello, welcome to Banjo Lesson 12. So this time we're still in Sawmill tuning, so A, E, A, D, E, and we're going to be looking at doing some bends and learning the tune Greasy Coat. Greasy Coat, one of my favourite modal old-time tunes. It has words to go with it if you fancy learning to sing it as well, but what it really does is it uses a lot of bends. Now bends are really great for emulating fretless banjo, so trying to make it sound like you're slightly missing a fret or something, and then slightly missing the note rather, and then kind of trying to slide into it or bend into it as we're doing here. And it gives it a really bluesy sort of a feel. So in order to play a bend, you do exactly what you might imagine. You bend the string. So you fret a note, say we're going to start with this 3rd fret on the bottom string here, and then you bend it. Now it's up to you how far you want that bend to be. Sometimes you might want to bend it to the note above, so it sounds like that. Or sometimes you might want a slightly more subtle one than that, so you're just going somewhere in between and giving it that just kind of slightly odd sound that where the notes aren't quite where we expect them to be. So just to get used to doing some bends, I've got a little exercise here. Now you can either play a bend by pulling the string down towards your hand or pushing it away. Now if you do the push away on that bottom string, you've got a chance, if you push far enough, of it going over the end of the edge of the fretboard there, and then you kind of lose the sound of the note that you want. And also with the top string, this is actually more likely. If you pull towards you, you're going to end up pulling it off the edge of the fretboard and deadening the note or getting a buzz or something like that, or it'll just jump up into the wrong pitch. So it's good to be able to do bends pulling towards your hand and pushing away, so practice a bit of both. Also be aware that when you're doing lots of bends, your banjo is likely to go a little bit out of tune, so you'll be wanting to check your tuning a little bit more often when you're doing tunes with lots of bends in. So this little exercise then, it goes like this. Now you might notice my preference is usually to pull towards, pull down on the string to bend it. Obviously for that top string one, I had to use a push. I might sometimes push on that one as well. All gives the same sort of sound really. It's just a matter of what feels best and what it needs to be for the string that you're playing on. So we're starting on that 3rd fret on the bottom string, bending that one, and then moving up to that open string, then 3rd fret on the next string over, bend that, and then open string above. So now just give yourself a little rest there. We want this exercise to sound vaguely musical anyway. Then so we got 2 bends on the same note there. First one, 2nd fret on the 1st string, and then the same note, 4th fret on the 2nd string, and then open 2nd string, and then 3rd fret on the 3rd string, followed by a bend, and then to finish. So down, is the kind of melody that we're going for there. So if we try that very slowly with the metronome, got it again at 60, using it as 30. So 3 and 4 and. And you can repeat that round as necessary and gradually increase the speed till you're very comfortable with bends on lots of different fingers and lots of different strings. So before we look at learning the melody for this, let's have a go through the chords. So A is the first one. Open, open, second fret, open. E there for half a bar, so bringing that first finger onto the third string, second fret. Then back to the A, lift it off again. And then A, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat. And then the B part, da 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 da, G there, so you got A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, and the G, sorry, is third fret there, second fret, open, third, second, first, and third finger. Back to the A there, and then E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, then E, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, and repeat. So those are your chords. So let's have a go at learning this melody then. So we're going to start on the third fret of the third string, the A string, and we're going to go with that sort of standard clawhammer rhythm in there. 3, open, then down to the fourth string, 3, open, back to the third string. Now you do that 3 times almost. Da, da, ga, da, da, ga. Second time, da, da, ga. Third time, going to do a drop thumb rather than coming back to the fifth string. So drop thumb to that third fret on the fourth string. Now on those third fret notes, aside from that one on the drop thumb, just because there's not much time on that one and it kind of clutters it and gets in the way, that's where you want to put the bend. So da da ga da da ga da da ga da da ga da da ga, and then to finish the phrase, so you got open hammer onto the third fret, third string again, and then brush on an A chord. Now moving on from there, it's so again we're bending on those third fret notes, and it's da da ga da da ga, moving across the second string, open there, and then hammer, open second string to second fret. All of this is in second position so far at least, because that is the position that we play most of that Sawmill stuff out of. So hammer, da, ga, da, to that second fret on the second string. It's actually the same note as the first string, so if you want to play first string there instead, you could either the first string or the second string. They both sound pretty much the same. And then so you're leading in, down from there, da, da, ga, da, drop thumb on the two open strings, and then it's the same ending as the first phrase. So, and then da, da, ga, da, brush on the A chord, hammer, da, ga, da, brush. So that's the second half of the A part. So that's the whole A part, which you then repeat. Then the B part, some starlings are having a fight outside. So you've got these triplets in there. So we start with the hammer on, open to second on the third string, and then third fret with a left hand pluck on the second string. Da, da, making sure as you play each of those, your thumb is still coming to rest on that fifth string. And then top string open, top string with the second fret and the fifth string afterwards. And then third fret here, a triplet pull off, so you're pulling off and pulling off again. We talked about in the, I think it was the last lesson, or maybe the one before, we were talking about giving things, giving rhythms different words to go with them. So for example, a triplet can be pineapple. So if you're trying to work out how that should sound, think pineapple. So da ga da 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 ga da pineapple da da ga. So 5 3 2, fourth finger, second finger, first finger, and then 3 3 in the fifth string. Da ga da, left hand pluck. Da da ga da 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 da. Now your thumb in this, still doing, your right hand should still look the same. Watch yourself in a mirror when you're doing this sort of double pull off on the triplet there. That's a slightly tricky section, and we've got a few of them. So da, 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 da. Next bit starts out the same. We're just moving up a bit. Da, da, da. Instead of going to the second fret, we're going to go to the third fret, and we're going to shift up when we do it. So play it with your first finger, and then going to reach up for the next bit with your second finger, get onto that fifth fret there, and then you're going to do the same things you just did down there, but you're up here. So it's 5 7 5 4, back to the fifth fret. And you've used those open strings to give you time to shift up. Then you do the first phrase again. Different ending. Instead of da 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 da, we're going to go da da. That drop thumb on the open two strings, and then same ending as the A part. And then you repeat that whole B part, and that's the whole tune. And when you're ready, let's have a go at playing it through together nice and slowly. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and And so that concludes this lesson then, and so thanks for following along so far. I hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description below, and I'll see you next time.